What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright guys, on my free-to-play account, day one. Day one, that's right, only Payne YT is the name. Shout out to my Discord for making me choose that one. So I've decided to not re-roll. I don't re-roll in games, I just play the game, and here we are, day one. We're going to show you guys where we're kind of landing. I've only played about less than an hour, I think, so far. But with all my knowledge and all my experience and the fact that I know they've nerfed the game a little bit, to be quite honest, it was a lot more challenging before, I should be able to get where I want to get as fast as I possibly can. And this time we're not doing an SR challenge, we're just going to use the game, we're going to use whatever units come our way, the best units possible. Now, funny enough, the game is playing a cruel little trick on me. So I decided to leave it at, like I said, I don't summon normally, right? So I decided to leave it as is. And the game is like, you know what, Payne? I think you kind of have some unfinished business with your last account. So it decided, yeah, it's been deciding to give me nothing so far for draws. So here's my roster. Okay, just going to show you guys real quick. So this is my roster of full SRs. I've got no SSRs in here whatsoever. And then the same goes for my actual weapons. I haven't got any SSRs yet, but I did get a copy of Westwind. First thing that popped up was Westwind, so I'm using that right now currently. So ironically enough, Faith is playing a cruel little joke on me where I decided to finally give it a chance, and they're like, you're gonna play this game just like you played it before, and you're not gonna switch it up. So just so you guys are aware, I'll be continuing with this. There's no problem with me playing this game at all with this specific setup. I'll eventually get the units I want. I know how free-to-play friendly this game is, and I know how well it will play out for me because they give you a ton of resources in the beginning. You can collect a lot of these along the way as well too, in terms of summoning tokens. And you guys can see here in terms of like where I am for draws, 40 out of 80. So I'm gonna most likely get her unless I lose to 50-50, which honestly could really happen. And then I'm 60 out of 80 here, so I'm guaranteed something very soon. So I'm not overly concerned with my progression because, again, I finished the game with SRs and SR weapons and SR units only. So I know what I'm capable of and why this game is easy enough to manage. Now, a couple things I want to discuss as well while we're on the topic of this actual game and the reroll process. So I put a reroll guide out this morning from last night. So I did the reroll last night. BlueStacks was working perfectly. They contacted me this morning. They're like, hey buddy, so it looks like the game's not working anymore, so just let everybody know if they want to reroll. Like, we'll eventually fix it and you should be able to do it. I'm like, cool, okay, I'll put that as a comment. So if you look in the comment section of the last reroll video, it'll say that BlueStacks is currently working on fixing the problem. Cool, no problem. Now, we have a bigger issue all of a sudden. So it looks like the game has decided to take away the 800 gems that they were giving us, the Essence Stones, from the beginning. That is a huge issue because that's where the reroll potential came from. The fact that they took away all of those gems is really, really messed up because now you can't reroll, essentially, because you have to now work on getting 800 gems in order to do your summons for Cha. Okay, so those gems were to last for 3 more days. They were scheduled to expire 3 days from now. I can only imagine that they realized everybody was rerolling the way they were and then decided to prematurely take them away so they can stop rerolling. I don't know if you guys know this about companies, but they're not fans of rerolling systems. So when people take advantage of that, they quite drastically now start to take away that rerolling process. Now, why would they do this? And a very good question if you ask yourself why. You guys remember I made a guide or a video about special summons, right? That is what they want you guys rerolling with. They don't want you guys rerolling for free. They want you guys to pay a premium. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not just Netmarble. This is now pretty much every company. Bandai, Sony, you name it. Every company in the gacha stratosphere is doing this. They realize how important people's first accounts are to them, so they're not introducing reroll systems, they're introducing pay-to-win reroll systems. So in this case, what they want you to do, obviously, is pay for the $7, or sorry, the $10, not $7, sorry, I apologize. The $10, they want you to take advantage of that, and they want to take advantage of you by having the reroll system be provided for that instead, okay? So if you're wondering why the hell they're doing it, well, that's why. They want to make money off of the players, clearly. That's all about money at the same time. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, yes, it's a freaking scummy move. I'm not a fan of this, and this is not the first time Netmarble's done something like this. Is it going to deter me from stop playing? Obviously not. I love this game. It's great for my channel. It's honestly one of the most enjoyable games I've played in a long time. Let me see, Dark Element, okay. And at the same time, I have to be honest with you guys. I don't like re-rolling in the first place. I mentioned this in the re-roll system. I'm not a fan of re-rolling. I love the challenge. Let's be real. If I was going to role play as Jinwoo, right, from the beginning of solo leveling, do you think people like Cha or Choi or all those guys would join my team if I was Jinwoo from the start? No, obviously not. I'd have like Song and Park and Johi, all these scrubs looking at me, wanting me to be part of their team because I'm an E-rank hunter. I honestly just look at it that way. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the 40-year-old role player in me. I don't LARP, by the way, just so everybody knows. But it's one of those things where like this stuff never kind of bothers me. The practice that they're doing bothers me. Obviously, it's annoying as hell and I hate it. But I've now learned something about the gacha world. This is now the norm. Believe it or not, this is now the norm. A lot of companies are now doing this, where they are charging everybody for doing rerolls. That's what they want to do. They realize how important rerolling is in the gacha world, and they're trying to take advantage of it as much as they possibly can. So I know a lot of you are pissed. I apologize, guys. If I knew in advance, obviously I would have not made that guide when I did. But you know, when BlueStacks is fixed, at least it is still something you guys can use as an emulator to do rerolling. It'll just take longer, right? So the reroll process for every guide essentially is out the window. It doesn't matter if it's mine or someone else's. It doesn't matter anymore. Like the system has now decided to screw everybody, and now we are all kind of in the same boat where rerolling is just not a good option in this game anymore, even though it is super fast to skip the tutorial. All right. So with this account here, again, I will be doing free-to-play on this account and doing it normal. I will guarantee you guys I will finish this way faster than I did before. Just so you guys are aware, there is a guide coming out for Westwind. It's coming out later tonight, so you guys will see how nerfed it is versus how if it's still one of the best weapons in the game or the best weapon in the game. And I'll show you guys some data with that, and you guys can then determine if you want to continue using it or not. Short answer, it's still one of the best weapons in the game. They haven't nerfed it enough, but my biggest worry, of course, is the fact that they may eventually nerf it to the ground because how powerful it still really is. So keep that in mind. But that video is coming out. You guys can see some data, and I'm happy to show it to you guys and share. Again, thank you so much, guys, for watching and supporting me. This has been a hell of a journey to Global, and at Global, I'm so thankful for all the new players who jumped on and have been watching my videos. Also, shout out to Vulcan, who decided to jump on and have me on a collab with him on his tier list. That obviously helps my channel grow a little bit as well too. And I promise you guys, I will continue giving you the best content out there for solo leveling. It's been an absolute pleasure doing this. So before I let you guys go though, let's go ahead and do a quick summon. Because we have enough here now to do a multi. Let's see if 60 out of 80, this account has been brutal, by the way. Let's see if this 60 out of 80 will give me a pity finally. If I have to go all the way to 80, I'll be shocked, because that never usually happens. But we've got rate up. Let's see, my first SSR is going to be, let's hope it's something that I actually want, and not just some random nonsense. But again, as long as it's not Wu or Jinchul, I'll be happy, bro. I'll be happy. So let's go here, get this. So a lot of you guys have been asking how to level up quickly. I'll make a guide for you guys very shortly. This is my day 1 account, of course. I'm going all into strength for now. But I will explain to you guys the best ways to level and how to do that. But before we go anywhere further, let's jump in here and let's hope I get something. That's not a good sign. I didn't get an error there. I hope I get error message here. Bro, this game just doesn't. This account, it's like, yo, stick with SRs, bro. You did well. There we go. Okay, there's my first SSR, guys. Let's see what I got. The Flash. Okay, so I got Choi. That's a pretty good SSR to have. Oh, and the Luster Sword. All right, so that's gonna make my life a lot easier. So there you guys go. There is my first SSR from a free-to-play account. Not a bad one to start with. Not gonna lie. I'm going to try to get him to A1 and then stop with him there. Did not get a weapon, and that's okay. And the next thing I got to go for is this baby here. So hopefully we'll get that very soon. But there you guys have it. That is my free-to-play account at the moment. I promise you guys I'll be doing more live streams tonight. So we'll do some more free-to-play content as well as pay-to-win content. I'm going to focus on reverse today, on pay-to-win, and then some of the actual chapters that we haven't done yet. And then we're going to do some free-to-play content as well too. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is a man's free-to-play, baby. No, I'm just joking. I'm being stupid. If you re-roll, congratulations on your amazing polls. I'm just being jealous. For me personally, though, I love this challenge, and I'm going to continue going this route. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.